978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, right now I am reviewing Zeta Kronos Airstrike. I guess Kronos must be the name of the combined form. He's supposed to be an Arielbot, he's supposed to be Air Raid. Everybody says Zeta toys, but it just says Zeta on the packaging. So, you know what, that's what I'm going to say. I want to say what everybody else is saying so I don't be wrong, but I think everybody else is probably wrong because it just says Zeta. Unless somebody can point the toys to me on this packaging. Besides the box and instructions, he does come with this credit card quality stat card right here. He comes with some missiles for his alternate mode, and don't put these on him unless he's in his alternate mode. They're just not worth it. He also comes with this gun right here, which is pretty much your standard generic G1 style gun. There you go. He only has the blue paint right there. That's cool enough. When you're removing this from his hand, make sure you open up the fingers and rotate the thumb down. If you don't, that thumb will just pop off. And just to show you this while I'm focusing on his thumb, he kind of has the Titan's Returns hands, where the palm basically is the same mold for both hands. So since the fingers are the same length, it doesn't matter which hand is on which side. They just pop a thumb in the bottom. Straight off the top, I like him a lot more than the Zeta Toys Combaticons because his kibble is less in the way than their kibble. Like, his arms are completely free and whatnot, but he does have these wings folded up on the legs and everything else goes on the back. Now, if you remember from the cartoon, it pretty much looked like they were wearing their jet mode on their back, and when they transformed, they were just a block underneath of the jet mode. This luckily doesn't look like that when you transform it. Now, as you can see right here, he scales with the Masterpiece figures. I love that he's the same height as the Seeker mode. No, this isn't the official Seeker mode, but it's the same height. The weird thing though is, even though he scales with them and he has enough engineering to be classified as a Masterpiece, technically the overall design and plastic quality is a different story. It's basically like a leader class Transformer if leader class Transformers didn't stop feeling as good as this feels. And this feels better than the current day leaders class figures, which feel like hollow chunks of plastic. But it's not 100% perfect and it has a few issues. One thing I kind of take issue to is the face. Like, I wonder why they designed the face to look like this. I haven't looked up pictures of the G1 toy, but it is not G1 cartoon accurate. And I don't even know why companies even try to go with the toy accuracy. They should just throw in a secondary head. But as far as the quality, this thing is, if you do not pay more than $60, for the $60 price range, this thing is definitely worth it. But let me let you see what he looks like. I love the transparent kneecaps. I love all the transparent parts right there. Like the way things sit up on his back and the way they split this and condense the jet to the backpack. Things I don't like though is that hinge right there is always there, and it's so easy to knock this apart. I wish this clicked in more. The kneecaps do not tab in any way, where you push it there and look, it just springs back up on both sides. That's frustrating. I don't like that. These panels right here that come out to fill out his side, that's a good idea due to the way he transforms, but it's just so easy to do stuff like that and knock that back in there, and guess what, it's in there. So now I have to open this up, put my finger in there, click it back into place, and then attempt to be more careful to not do that again. But oh yeah, and if anything else, the ankles, depending on how you have this shifted, he is back heavy, and depending on how you have the feet shifted, he will not be able to stand well. which is frustrating. You would think this would act as better heel spur, and I guess maybe if I push them back more, because there is a double hinge under there to make that line up, it does get a little bit better. The next figure that's coming out, it seems like they corrected that problem already off top. But it's a cool robot. I like it. Let's get into articulation. You can look up if you have it transformed right. You can look up that much, but then this transformation hinge can make him look up even more. And the head is on a ball joint. The arms can go out that much. Swivel around. Bicep swivel. The arms. This is one problem I have with the Combaticons. The forearms are huge, and it only has like a single jointed elbow. They should have made it, or if they made it where it bends right here, it wouldn't look so bad. But it sort of still has the same problem as the Combaticons, but not as bad, where when you bend the elbow, the whole bicep disappears. But it's nowhere near as bad as the Combaticons. The wrists rotate, the thumb moves on a ball joint, and each finger is individually articulated on 2 separate hinges. Legs can kick out that much. Move this forward, and they can kick almost all the way out. It can kick back to the kibble. Thigh rotation, but it stops right there due to the way it's designed. 90-degree bend in the knee. And the ankles are on a ball joint, so you can get about that much pivot. But it's on like a double hinge up in there, so you can kick up and kick down. If the wings get on your nerves, you can just pop them off of this peg if you want to. Just take that off. Another little option you have is this actually opens up. You can take that, put that in there, shut that, reattach this because it's gonna come off. And now you can have that look if you don't want them to have a nose cone sitting up there. So this guy can look however you want, and actually this pops off as well. So if you think that looks better being all clean and whatnot, there you are. I think I covered everything. I mean, you can see what you look like. I'm not gonna sit here and describe all the intricate details of its colors and whatnot. So let's get into the transformation, which isn't that difficult. If you've been playing with Transformers for a while, you should be able to figure this out without the instructions. But pull this forward, flip the head in, and shut that. Bring the arms out like that. Rotate this like this. Shut the fingers into a fist. Hands this up. Combine the war styles like the legs. Bring that up into there and shut that again. Let's do the hands first. Put the thumb in that orientation right there and shut the fingers. Now we can hinge this down, fold the arm in there and fold the hand in there with it. Shut it. Come on. Shut it. Okay. Now we can go ahead and push this up into there like that. Push this up into there. Lift these panels right here up into there. Now go ahead and just bring the arms down until they click. I like that. That's actually satisfying. Now we can go ahead and detach this. Bring this up. And here's one flaw. I've just learned to get around it by doing this. Open this up like you're putting this away, but don't put that away. And now the landing gear is up in there. The wheel right here is spring loaded, so it's like you have to like go in there, push that down, and now you can open this, but since it's spring loaded, it keeps pressing down up against these parts and it'll want to shoot off. So getting this to open up without pulling it off is very difficult. But anyway, reconnect that, open this up, and swing this little arm through. Just connect it later. Bring that through. Shut that. And now we can bring this to the front. These pegs go inside of these two holes. Bring that down and then push it down into place. Since this wouldn't cooperate, we can go ahead and bring this like this. And this is the major, massive flaw for this figure. It's like there's no getting around this landing gear door popping off. Now we could take these, and it's on a double hinge, bring that around to this way. Bring that around this way. That's gonna stay there. This is folded up. Just put that into place right there, covering that. Then we can just move this out of the way. Okay. Open this panel up and kind of just rotate it out of the way. Lower this or unpeg that and lower this leg. Sort of like Combiner Wars. Shut the heel spur and force this double hinge back in such a way where the back of this foot can fit up under there like that. Same thing over here. Let's do the foot first. Force that in there and shove this back. Peg the legs together. And now we can rotate this down like this. Get that in that orientation. Push this hinge up and rotate this into place. There's a little peg that fits into the bar right here. Okay, same thing over here. Fit that over there into the bar. And now wiggle this into place. Push that into place. Everything should be pegged. Now we can take these wings and this little tab right there needs to fit into a little groove right here. Same thing over here. Fit that into the little groove. Open the wings up. Take these and bring them up till they tab into place. Bring this down. And now he is a jet. Make sure everything is tabbed. But he's good. He suffers from the same thing that Makitoi's Meteor suffers from, where the wings don't have a clicking point. It's like the slightest bump or the slightest mishandle, and you're gonna make the wings look weird. You can finish off the look by taking these missiles, which clamp into this piece right here. And now we could tab the missiles into either one of these ports. I'm gonna pick this port right there. And they're a little bit sharp, so watch out for that, how you handle it. So here he is with the missiles on there. And to bring this landing gear out, which this is another problem, these do not stay shut flush. Bring that up, rotate this arm, and then shut it. Bring this out, rotate this on that little hinge, and shut it. So now he has the landing gear. Now one thing that is cool, since the front landing gear is spring loaded, it does a bounce like that. Like that, but it does roll very well. And for comparison, we have Masterpiece Starscream. They are roughly about the same length. Yeah, I can actually get him to stand up by itself on his wings, but Starscream is just a little bit longer. But similar design jet, and very close to the same size, and I like that. Putting away the landing gear. Put that up. Put that up. Now this front landing gear, like I was mentioning, is tough. Oh yeah, and just to show you, this cockpit opens up. There's no space to actually put anybody in there. And it's covered in details. Bring that back. And now you gotta attempt to open this. Rotate this. In the instructions they show you that this opens all the way, but it doesn't because it bumps. Now we gotta like try to grab this, swing it around there without knocking the door off. And get this into such an orientation where you can shut it, which is so freaking difficult. And now here he is with no landing gear. So it's decent. I like it. I like that this doesn't look too crazy under him. It's what I'm used to when I'm playing around with the Masterpiece Seekers. He feels, let's see, I think he feels a tiny bit lighter than Masterpiece Starscream here. The Starscream does have a little bit of die cast in his body. And this is all plastic right here. If you want to get him to limb mode, it's simple. Detach this. I said simple, but now we gotta mess with this stupid thing again. Oh boy, swing this out and around. Lift that up like that. Detach this right here. Swing that in, bring that in. Now we could attempt, well, it should be easier with this arm out of the way. Bring that up and shut that up in there. Bring this down and put that like that, just like robot mode. Detach this from back here, bring that up to here, swing this back, swing that back, bring this back, actually detach it from this little tab right there, bring that back. And now if they came with legs, you would open this up and slip the leg, the foot piece into there, and he would be a leg for robot combined mode. So that's easy, way easier than the Combaticons, and I'm happy about that. It's probably easier because he is a leg and not an arm, so this made filming this a lot easier, and I like that. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie to you, this dude is big as a Masterpiece figure, like I already said, but is nowhere near Masterpiece quality. It lacks a certain polish that I expect when I'm thinking Masterpiece and when I'm actually playing with Masterpiece figures. But it does a good job of being a character that you recognize. Even though his face isn't cartoon accurate, and that's another thing. It's like, if you're gonna have this guy not combined, like, does he represent what Masterpiece is going for now? Because they are very much cartoon accurate going forward. But the thing you might be looking forward to is this guy is gonna be huge in combined mode when he combines with the other characters. So what I would suggest is looking up Zeta Toys Superion and see if the finished product is to your liking before you go out and buy this, dude. But it's not an expensive toy. That's another thing that's going good for it. But as far as the things that I was complaining about, the things that really get on my nerves that I can't get around is when transforming it into the jet mode at that landing gear, and the fact that these knee pads don't click into place. That really aggravates me. Everything else I mentioned I can get around, but these knee pads getting out of whack is frustrating. But at the end of the day, for the price, it is a good toy. So I can't really sit here and say that it's a bad toy, especially for this price. Do not pay more than $60 or you will be disappointed. But you have to go in knowing that this is pretty much like a big Generations figure. It's somewhere between old school Ultra class and new Leader class. That's where your mind frame needs to be. Those things with maybe friggin' somewhat masterpiece engineering. It's weird to categorize it. I wish I could say completely that it's not masterpiece quality, but some of the engineering is representative of masterpiece, so it's weird. But anyway, if you like this video, let me know in the comments, and let me know by liking the video. Make sure you hit my notification bell so you can see my videos when I upload them in the future. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit. Go ahead and click that shit. If you did, you would like it. Really click that shit. Now I'm freaking gone.